Hey everyone, in this video, I want to talk about why people nowadays is having a problem being called uncle, aunties, and grandma because of their age. Why do people feel that you're too old to be called auntie and uncles? First of all, there is no special age to be a auntie or uncle. You could be a newborn baby and be an auntie and uncle. So I don't understand what the problem is with that nowadays. People not wanting to be called aunties and uncles and grandmas. Comment below on what you prefer family members, friends to call you if you're an uncle, auntie, or grandma. Do you wish to prefer to be a certain age to be an auntie and an uncle? Because to me, I think that's not a decision for anybody to make because nobody knows when you're going to have a baby. So nobody knows exactly what age you're going to be an auntie or an uncle. I just think that's crazy. Comment below on what age would you uh, prefer to be called an auntie, an uncle, or a grandma. Now, let's get to the grandma business. I'm 58, and I have a 13-year-old granddaughter, and she calls me grandma because I don't know what else she's supposed to call me. I don't really believe in all these other names like Nana. Let me see, Nana, Granny. Okay, Granny. Okay, to me, Granny is it sounds a bit more older than age 58. Granny sound like when you're about 70 years old. Nanny. I thought a nanny is like a babysitter when you're taking care of a person, a sick person. That's what I thought a nanny was. And Gigi. What is a Gigi? Gigi is another name for grandmother. I don't hear the word Gigi too much. But there's another one, Gma. Who's Gma? Your grandma. Comment below on what you prefer to be called if you have grandkids. Because I don't have a problem being called grandma. It is what it is. I'm a grandmother. Today's society with these words and names, I just don't get it. But I want to know, comment below on what you prefer to be called if you're a grandma, or uncle, or auntie. I'm an auntie, so I don't have a problem being called auntie. What's the problem with me being called auntie? I have nieces, nephews. I'm an auntie. It is what it is. I mean, I can't fix it. I can't turn back the heads of time. So I don't have a problem being called, my walker. I don't have a problem being called auntie. I'm an auntie. I'm a sister. I'm a niece. I'm a cousin. And I have no problem being called none of that because it is what it is. And I am what I am to people. That's out of my control. But as far as being called a grandma, I have no problem with my granddaughter calling me grandma. I'm her grandmother. And I have no control over the age that I am as a grandmother. It is what it is. I know when I was growing up, back in the days, grandparents wasn't grandparents until they was about maybe 65, 70 years old. Nowadays, I'm hearing you got grandparents as early as age 30 to 35 years old. Now that is crazy. If you're a grandparent at age 30, 35 years old, I think something is wrong with that. I'm eating some wheat bread with some butter and a cup of hot cappuccino. Maxwell House hot cappuccino. Sorry about that, but please help me explain what's the problem being called a grandma or auntie or uncle, at a certain age. Let's put the grandma part aside. I mean, I do think you should be a certain age to be called grandma or grandpa, but there is no age limit to being called auntie and uncle. I mean, why do you feel you're old if you're being called auntie and uncles? You're not old, and maybe you are old. I don't know, but you don't have to be old to be an auntie or an uncle. There's no age limit to that. I just think that's crazy. It's sickening. Something wrong with people. Now, what age would you like to be called grandma? What age would you like to be called grandma? Because there has to be a certain age limit to be called grandma or grandpa. Then I hear this thing called G-pop. When I heard G-pop, I said, G-pop? What's a G-pop? They shorten it for grandpa. Then G-ma. No, 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 no. You call me, my grandkids is gonna call me grandma. That's it. I don't want to be called Nana, Nanny, Granny. No, grandma. Plain and simple. Case closed. You calling me grandma because I feel I'm proud and blessed to be a grandma because so many times that I should have never. I'm not even supposed to be here. I done been sick so many times. I done been in a horrible car accident. So I'm blessed. I'm very grateful to be able to be on this planet, to be a grandma and be called grandma. So I know we all have our trials and tribulations in life, but I don't understand what's going on in the world today when it comes to certain situations. When there's no certain age limit for us to be called certain things. There's no certain age limit where anybody should be called auntie and uncle. And you shouldn't be feeling old because you're being called auntie or uncle if you're auntie and if you're uncle. Practically everybody on this earth is somebody's auntie and uncle in some kind of age, regardless of what age you are. Everybody is somebody's auntie on this planet in some kind of way and some kind of age limit. So just comment below on what age would you feel comfortable being called auntie and uncle, and comment below on what age you feel comfortable being called grandma, and comment below on what name you prefer your grandkids to be calling you. Do you want to be called Nana, Grandma, Granny? I mean, what you feel comfortable with your grandkids calling you, and what age do you think is a good age to be grandparents, whether it happened or not? Comment below. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, later everyone.